In today's video, we're going to share with you what $100 can get you in Bali per day. And we just recently came back from Bali, so the update is fresh. As the prices are growing, you will know everything and how to prepare your pocket money while you're going to this beautiful island.
So, welcome to the channel, guys. This is Josh and this is Polly. And as Polly mentioned, we spent a lot of time in Bali. We spent literally 6 months out there in Bali. So we have seen a lot of things. We're going to give you exactly the prices, not just the tourist prices, but also some ways that you can find cheaper local prices to get the most value for your money. So the first thing that we want to discuss, number one, is all to do with the most important thing when you're out there. Where are you going to stay? So what is your accommodation? How much is it? And where can you expect to look? So actually for us, we actually stayed in a few different places. We stayed in Kuta, we stayed in Canggu, we stayed in Seminyak, we stayed in Ubud. But the main place that we stayed, just because we loved it so much, the energy there, was all about Ubud. So in Ubud, we stayed there for literally how many months?
5 months, I would say. And you know, the thing is, obviously you pre-booking and pre-organizing the place where you're going to stay before you travel to that country, before you travel to the island. And we mentioned this in our previous videos, everything like about Bali. This is the guide that you must watch if you're traveling to Bali. We're also going to add at the very end of our videos so you can prepare yourself and be aware of everything that you need to know while you're there and before you go in there. So 2 apps that we recommend is the Booking.com and Airbnb. If you're going through those apps, prices are going to be a little bit different while you're going to book something from the local people from Bali. So roughly, I would say if you're booking something before you go through those apps, the price will be roughly about $50 per night, give or take.
Now, this may come as a big surprise to a lot of you who have heard about Bali.
It was for us as well, right?
Yeah, for us, you've heard that Bali is like a cheap paradise. You can go there, and don't get us wrong. Bali is still a lot cheaper than where we came from, England, Poland, in Europe, and even some other different countries as well. But what we've seen, especially coming there like fresh these last few months, is that the prices have gone up a lot since, especially I was last there in 2019. So now being here this year, prices have gone up a lot, but that's because a lot of people are coming to Bali because one, it's becoming more popular, even more popular over the years. 2, COVID just finished, so people are wanting to travel, wanting to go somewhere. And 3 as well, we noticed a lot of people in Europe, because of what's going on in Russia and Ukraine, have actually moved from their countries to Bali and staying there a bit more long term. So prices are generally going up.
So obviously they get smarter, right? They bring in prices up because it's a demand. So if you think you can find very cheap accommodation for like $20, $15, yes, you can still do, but you need to be aware it will be a hostel, so you will may share a room with other people. You obviously will have your locker, or it may be probably less
The quality,
less good quality. It depends what is your expectation. But what we want to share, what we did and what was for us super beneficial while we were in Bali, we found and we met super friendly, super amazing local people who actually helped us to find a place to stay, places to stay that are not on the markets. You know, the word of mouth, right? They found the places from the other Balinese local people that they were actually very good condition and they were really acceptable price. So we were paying for this particular accommodation that we stay around $33 a night, which is super cool.
So $33 per night. We did manage to get it for a bit cheaper at some points when we were staying longer, but generally this was probably the average that we was paying there. So the cool thing about this is, like we said, you can book something in advance if you want, but then if you do get a chance to meet any locals or get in communication with locals while you're there, definitely hit them up if you're staying longer and see if they know anywhere around. If you do want us to let you know some locals that we met, some really nice people, then also let us know in the comments. We'll be happy to send you their details so you can get in communication with them. And maybe even before you get to Bali, they can look at the places and tell you how it's doing. So that's accommodation. $33 has been used up so far, purely on accommodation. Next important thing is
scooter, is your transport. Super important and super handy in Bali is to get your own transport that you can use on daily basis, and that's what we did. From the moment we arrived, well, Josh had some lessons before, but from the moment that we arrived, we rented a scooter, which actually after calculation per day, we're spending for a scooter $5. What you need to also remember, you need to put a petrol inside your
Mm-hmm.
machine, which roughly daily costs about 35 cents.
So as Polly mentioned, for the scooter, for renting it per day, you're looking at around $5. Usually, if you're not booking like for 2 weeks to a month in advance, there probably will be a few more dollars more potentially, depending on what scooter you get. But $5 is a good start, and that's what we were paying per day. Then the 35 cents covered fuel pretty much every day for our travels to the supermarket, travels to go different places, to the gym, etc. But what we will say is, for those of you who aren't going to take a scooter, maybe you're going to take a Grab or a Gojek, which is basically, for those of you who have seen our other videos, you will know all about them, basically the equivalent of Uber in Bali. So you've got Grab or you've got Gojek, two different places. And now the cool thing in Bali is it's not just taxis, like car taxis, you can also get scooter taxis. Now there's a bit of a difference between both of them, so
They're pretty cheap. Either you're going to take a big car or you're going to rent a scooter. And I would say if you get the car, for example, you want to travel from the airport to the place that you stay and the trip is about few hours, bear in mind, you will look at spending $20, which is, I think, super extra affordable. If you want to take a scooter to move around, you will pay $1, go somewhere to the restaurant or visit some different place, or maybe $2. But again, the price is really affordable, and you're going to move very quickly on a scooter or in a car.
So as you can see right now, our total is around $38.35.
How did you calculate this?
Mental maths. Come on. Mental maths. So
we didn't. It's not anywhere written, by the way. Are you?
Who am I? Year 6 mental maths superstar back in the day when I was 10 years old.
Okay, sure. Flexing too much.
So as you can see, we're at that $38.35. Now, the next most important thing, actually, I think this is way more important.
Are you going to say this? This is the most important.
This is probably the most important thing, is
food.
What we're going to be eating and where we're going to be eating, when we're going to be eating.
So actually, the options are few, because looking at us, we're actually pretty big eaters, and we like to
Looking
eat.
at us, what are you saying about us?
I mean, I don't know.
What are you saying?
Okay, no, from our, whatever. We like to eat, and we like to eat good, but I like to try different foods.
Looking at us, as you can see.
Oh my gosh. We were eating out very often, but we also respect and prefer and appreciate cooking in. So we're going to break down for you what prices you can look at while you're going to be eating out. And bear in mind, while you go eating out, you divide this by two sections, like by two categories. First one is eating in a Western restaurant where food looks kind of similar, that you will go to Europe, right? And you need to remember that this is not day food, so they kind of putting so much effort to give you that burger, to make it that pasta for you, that it will be Italian style. So roughly we were calculating per person going to eat a lunch, it cost us around $16, including a starter, main, shake, drink,
some extras as well, because we're pretty
dessert,
hungry,
right?
Yeah, possibly, usually dessert.
Yeah, and the other option that is much more affordable.
So yeah, if you're wanting to something much more affordable, then you can go to something called a warung, which is basically like a...
They own Balinese style restaurants. They're not super standardy, but you got good food, nice vibes. It's kind of street food.
Kind of. It's mainly aimed at the locals. Like it's local food for locals generally.
Yeah, definitely you can see many locals eating in the
Yeah.
warungs.
So it's significantly cheaper. The food is actually really nice. Depending on which one you go, obviously there's so many different warungs, so many different restaurants. We found a few nice ones. If you do want to hear which warungs or which restaurants we actually enjoyed, depending on where you're staying, let us know in the comments whether you're staying in Ubud, Canggu or anywhere, or Seminyak or Kuta. We'll let you guys know exactly where we enjoyed the most, which restaurants. But yeah, we found a really nice warung that we used to go all the time, either after gym or some nights, and it was literally for one person you'd be looking to spend like maximum $3, which includes like the food, which includes the drink, which includes some like crisp snacks. So
they make on crisps.
Yeah, homemade crisps were dope. They were very dope.
Yeah.
So literally $3. So you can see the difference. You go to a Western restaurant, maybe you're spending $16. You go to a warung, maybe you're spending less than $3.
So it depends what you feel like, how long you're going there. If you feel like try only Balinese food, then daily you will spend $6 for your food. If you feel like you really love your European food or your Western food, then you may spend $32, huh? Math. Math. So This is up to you. However, if you're going for a little bit longer, like we went to 6 months, right? You want to cook. I mean, we do like to cook. We like to have our own dishes, our own meals. We like to eat healthy. So now we're going to break down for you, because you got supermarkets, European-ish Western supermarkets, when you can go and like buy all the supply for whole week, including, I don't know, oil, olive oil, bread, potatoes, vegetables, and everything and anything that you need.
Or almond butter or peanut butter, because you know I'm very hungry.
Or bananas or whatever. So roughly, how much is it to feed yourself at home per person? Around $8.
Yeah, we kind of played it safe because we don't know exactly what you're going to eat. For us, we like a lot of different fresh foods, a lot of different foods, so we had to go to some of the, like Polly said, Western supermarkets. So we were spending like literally per day, if we was going to eat in, we're covering a few meals, we're covering like at least 1 or 2 meals. $8 would be a very nice start. So what we're going to do, we're going to sum it up into, for us in this particular day, we're going to assume that we went to a Western restaurant, and we're going to assume that we had 1 meal or so at home, which means that we spent $16 at the restaurant, and let's say maximum $8 at home, which is actually a lot more than you probably would spend for a quick, if you wanted to get like quick noodles, quick little things, quick vegetables from even some local supermarket. So for food, we're taking it to $16 plus $8, $24, which takes us to a grand total of...
Ta-da! Very important thing that I would like to add, which we're addicted to, drinking fresh coconut water every day.
Man,
so
they were so good.
You know the carton one, you will never drink them again after drinking the fresh coconut in Bali. And if you will get on the street from the local markets, it will be about $1. If you go into a restaurant and you ask them, they will nice chop, you know, they look a little bit more fancier.
Maybe squeeze a little lime, you know.
$2. So we're going to add this to our daily spendings.
Another essential thing that we did as well.
I mean, essential for us.
Yeah, essential for us. Maybe not for you if you're just going on a short holiday, or maybe definitely for you if you want to keep this up, is going to the gym. Look at these bad boys. Come on, you can see that these bad boys were going to the gym.
I can't hold it anymore.
So at Bali, there's a few different memberships you can get. There's 2 types, like pretty much any gym, where you can either do a walk-in or you can buy for a longer period, let's say 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, or maybe even longer. So when we was in Ubud in particular, there was 3 gyms that we checked out. The first one was brand new. The facilities looked very nice, but it didn't have too much machinery, and it was pretty expensive for the fact that it didn't have much things. So we didn't go to that one. A second one was really cheap, but looked really bad. Okay?
For the price.
We're not going to do any bad marketing for this company, but we just say we didn't go to them. So what we will say is we went to a gym called
Ubud Fitness?
Ubud Fitness.
Yay!
And that was like a happy medium, because it not only did it have a good amount of machinery, good facilities, decent facilities, but also the price was relatively good too. And we were spending...
For a monthly membership was $35. So actually, you know, when I think about this, it is not that cheap that you would think. We can get a cheaper membership in London, or definitely in Poland. However, if you break this down daily, it was about $1 something per day, which is pretty cheap. But remember, bear in mind, this is when you're getting like a monthly membership. If you want to go like just 1 entry, it was $6. So decision is yours. It depends also how long you're going for, like Josh mentioned.
So for us, we definitely was going gym, not every day, but we just include it as every day.
6 times a day.
Yeah, so we're going gym pretty often, which takes our essential amount spending to...
Ta-da! Okay, and now, obviously, it also depends on how long you're going for. If you're going for 10 days or 2 weeks, obviously you will try to use different attractions and go do different crazy things, maybe take yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, or buy souvenirs. So what we're going to do, we're going to add some extras, how much you would pay for some things that we did. If you're staying longer period of time, you're breaking this down differently as well, because you've got more time to go and try different things. So what is really important and what is on our list?
Is the first thing that we did, especially in Ubud in particular, we went to somewhere called Yoga Barn, where they did yoga classes, but other different classes as well for you, for healings and meditations and stuff. That's what we really enjoy doing. So when we went there, actually each session was around about $6 on average. So literally right now you can see if you wanted to go on a session one day, you spend an extra $6 for that particular thing, whether it's yoga, meditation, something to take you out your comfort zone, or try something new.
Some of them were actually more expensive because some of them were longer, about 2 hours. There were healings, there was some events. So you can look up to, I would say, $13-14 for some different kind of events. So that's the bracket.
And now, next, what we want to speak about is also some attractions. We're going to give a particular attraction that we went to. Maybe we can show them as well. Or maybe if you haven't seen it already, you can see in our other video, as you got from Polly, you can see that we went to the monkey forest, which was super
Yay! Cool. And you actually will see monkey, be able to touch monkey, have a picture of monkey, and you can spend there as long as you want. The moment you just pay for an entry, you can be there. And this is like a monkey forest. It's not like you will see monkey here and there. You will see many monkeys. They'll be like around you, surround you.
And to be honest, so the monkey forest itself costs around $7 for entry. But to be honest, if you wanted to save some of those $7 for some of the activities we're going to share with you earlier, by the time you even get to the monkey forest, before you even get inside and pay to go inside, by the time you're even in the car park or the streets around the monkey forest, you will see monkeys. So if you want to see monkeys without paying the $7 and you want to use that $7 for something else, then you can just go to the streets around it, check the monkeys. You will see a lot of them.
Great tip.
Secret tip. But most likely you want to get the full deal, the full package, and go into the monkey forest yourself and see all the abundance of monkeys and feed some of the monkeys like Polly did, sneaking around, feeding the monkeys. So that was $7. Another thing that you can do.
Actually, this thing is like must do. Of course, if you go to Bali, you need to go on the markets. On the markets, see all the souvenirs, see all the handmade clothes, bowls, lampions. Lampions is the English word?
No.
Okay, lamps and different things. And what I would say, for example, just give you an idea to buy a dress. For those of you who like clothes, everyone likes clothes, so buy a shirt for your man. Is roughly about $6, give and take. It depends how good you are with bargain. And this we mentioned in our guide Bali video, so you can see and know some small deals and secret deals how to bargain.
Some secret strategies.
Yeah, but actually it's around clothing, it will be around $6 plus minus. But remember, when you're going to the shops, like physical shops, the prices are fixed and usually they run by foreign. So market is the place to go. On the other hand, what we bought, for example, for ourselves, they were like a fancy for us tourists wooden balls. When we spent for 2 wooden balls around $10. I think the ladies still rip us off, so I guess you can get a little bit cheaper. But it's so many different souvenirs, key rings, bracelets, clothes, small guitars. You can get everything and anything. And it depends how much you want to buy. So get yourself Indonesian rupees ready and spend all those money for the cheap souvenirs that you're able to do.
And one last thing that we know that a lot of you probably gonna be getting.
For sure.
Definitely. Is when you're going out on a night, or maybe you're going to a bar, or maybe you're just going and you wanted to get some alcohol. How much does alcohol cost? On average, you're looking for a beer around about $2.
And beer is the cheapest alcohol that you can get. Obviously, don't counting Arak. Arak is their own spirits that they make, which is pretty cheap as well. It's gonna be similar price. And
cocktails, if you want cocktails, that type of thing. Usually, if you're getting a cocktail, you're probably getting it from like a more Western restaurant, probably. And what we saw, it was around about $4 to $7 for those particular cocktails.
Obviously, if you want to go to the beach clubs or any other fancy attractions, you need to be ready to pay similar the European prices. But if you go to Bali for a short period of time, try to do things and feel and get to know the culture and, enjoy that nature. You can go partying and you can get drunk in your own place. I'm not sure if this is good advice. Anyway, do whatever you feel like, get crazy, be happy.
Live your life.
Live your life, baby. So as you can see, for all the essentials daily, we're spending roughly about $64.55.
Boom, mental master.
No, we calculated
We could have said mental math. But no, so around $64.55, that was for our essentials. Bear in mind that we spent a lot of that money on food because we are big foodies. We like to have a lot of food, we like to experiment, try different things. So probably for yourself, if you was to come to Bali, you could cut probably around maybe $10, $15 on food just alone. But that's our particular day. Then some non-essentials which we added, which we mentioned, going to the yoga barn, maybe even going to the monkey forest, maybe even going for a drink, doing different things, not that we drink, but just for you guys to know, or even getting a souvenir or two, actually takes us to around about $31 around that. And as you can see, by doing those non-essentials and the essentials, we're still well within our $100 budget for the day.
There's still good $5
Still have those $5
left that you can get crazy with.
So do whatever you want, go wherever you want. Maybe even treat some people. Buy some, what we were doing was also buying some dog food for some dogs. Probably love feeding the dogs, so you can use that money to feed some of the
We
some of the
also are
dogs.
tipping local people for their services, for their kindness, and we show them our appreciation.
For their land, for the amazing culture, for everything that they do that's so amazing there, because the people there are so amazing. So if you're going to Bali, enjoy the culture, enjoy the people. We have actually a lot of videos that you guys can watch. We recommend this video in particular for if you're coming to Bali. Other than that, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button if you like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell next to it so you don't miss any more of our videos. Other than that,
we recommend you to binge watch our videos because we're giving you a full guide about different countries. And if you've got any requests, if you want us to travel any countries, just pick one and then pay for our tickets and we will go.
and we'll see you there.
Guys, we love you, we kiss you, we miss you. Thank you so much and see you next time.